Dear children, last day I taught you lesson second in economics, sectors of Indian economy. Sectors of the Indian economy. In this chapter, also I taught you factor responsible for employment of majority of the population in primary sector and organized and unorganized sector. Now we read and taught you organized and unorganized sectors. ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर कौन होते हैं और अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर कौन होते हैं? ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर comprises such enterprises as are registered by government and which follow rules and regulations framed by government under the various acts. Some of the acts are like Minimum Wages Act, Shop and Establishment Act, Payment of Gratuity Act, Industrial Dispute Act, Workmen Compensation Act, and organized sector provides good wages, food, working condition, job security to its employees. अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर कौन होते हैं वो देखिए. अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर comprises such enterprises which do not follow the rules and regulations framed by government. Unorganized sector exploits workers by giving less salary, not providing job security, long working hours, etc. The main difference between the employment in organized and unorganized sector are as under. ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में हाई सैलरी, अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में लो सैलरीज होती है. सेकंड, जॉब सिक्योरिटी होती है ऑर्गेनाइज में, और अनऑर्गेनाइज में नो जॉब सिक्योरिटी. लेस वर्किंग आवर्स, लॉन्ग वर्किंग आवर्स. जहाँ अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर पाया जाता है वहाँ लॉन्ग वर्किंग आवर पाए जाते हैं. ऑर्गेनाइज में प्रोविजन फॉर पेड हॉलीडे and related benefits. Unorganized में no provision for benefit under different acts as the acts are not applicable to unorganized sector. Good working condition, organized sector में good working condition पाई जाती है और unorganized में poor working condition. Second number ऐसे provision for overtime allowance. जहाँ ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर है वहाँ पर अलाउंस की अतिरिक्त व्यवस्था होती है अतिरिक्त ओवर टाइम के लिए, और अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में नो प्रोविजन फॉर ओवर टाइम अलाउंस. यहाँ पर कोई व्यवस्था नहीं होती है ओवर अलाउंस की. हाउ टू प्रोटेक्ट वर्कर्स इन ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर. अब अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में वर्कर को कैसे सुरक्षित किया जाए इसके बारे में यहाँ विचार दे रहे हैं. अल्टरनेटिव सोर्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट. जब तक अल्टरनेटिव सोर्स नहीं जुटाए जाएंगे कामगारों के लिए तब तक इनकी सिक्योरिटी नहीं हो सकती. विद द एवर इंक्रीज पॉपुलेशन इट इज़ बिकमिंग मोर एंड मोर डिफ़िकल्ट टू ऑब्जर्व एडिशनल वर्क्स इन फॉर्म एक्टिविटीज. देयरफॉर the development and growth of the other sector of economy is essential to create additional employment opportunities in other sectors like electric powers, finance and training of rural workers. Public work program. The main problem of the agriculture workers is that majority of them get employment during the sowing and harvesting periods, that is for very short period during the year. For the remaining part of the year they usually remain unemployment. For utilization this period of economic inactiveness, it is necessary to organize the public workers program like construction of the road, school building, digging of irrigation canals, etc. This step would provide employment to the rural workers throughout the year. Social security. The workers of organized sector have no social security of job. There is no provision of sick leave and leave, pension or gratuity, etc. Since efforts are needed because agricultural labor is not permanently attached to an particular employer, for one to which the social security becomes a complex problem. Therefore, in such cases, the state must be shoulder the responsibility of providing compulsory insurance either on marginal contribution or on average contribution. Sector in terms of ownership. The classification of economic activities can also be made on basis of ownership. Ownership means the who owns the assets and who is responsible for delivery of services. On the basis of ownership, here are two sectors of the economy, that is public sector, private sector. Public and private sector. Public sector, in the public sector, the government owns most of the assets and provide all the services. This is the reason why it is also called state sector or government sector. Private sector. In the private sector, ownership of the assets and delivery of the services lie in the hands of individual or private companies. Both of the above sectors are involved in carrying on the major activities of the economy, except some activities. All spheres of the activities are open to either of them. Areas of public sector. The public sector predominates in the certain areas like mining, power generation, healthcare, transport, education, etc., which belong to the infrastructure development or core activity. Example of the public sector organization are Indian Railways, Fertilizer Corporation of India Limited, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, etc. Area is private sector. The private sector predominates in agriculture and allied activities, manufacturing of goods, manufacturing of industries, trade, hotel, etc. Both sectors are seen in the almost all fields. Example of private sector interests are Hindustan Unilever, Bajaj Auto, Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, TISCO इसे बोलते हैं, इंडियन होटल्स कंपनी लिमिटेड etc. प्रॉफिट मोटिव ऑफ वेरियस सेक्टर. प्राइवेट सेक्टर में देखिए क्या होता है. प्राइवेट सेक्टर एक्टिविटीज आर सेंटर्ड अराउंड प्रॉफिट मोटिव एंड द सर्विस ऑफ सेकेंडरी इम्पॉर्टेंट. पब्लिक सेक्टर होता है, पब्लिक एक्टिविटीज आर डिटरमाइंड बाय consideration of the social welfare and providing basic amenities of the people. Here profit motives are secondly important. कहने का मतलब है प्राइवेट वाले लोग जो होते हैं या कंपनी वाले, उनका उद्देश्य अधिक से अधिक लाभ कमाना होता है, जबकि सरकारी कंपनी वालों का मुख्य उद्देश्य जन कल्याण करना होता है, पब्लिक वेलफेयर. इस तरह से रोल ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट का नेक्स्ट डे. थैंक्स.